Law of Karma, Part 4.
2. We will talk about malicious speech, cursing at each other, profane, swearing, defamatory speech, insulting speech, vulgar, rude speech, offensive speech. Cursing family members, bringing parents and ancestors into curses is considered very severe verbal karma. Cussing each other, uttering defamatory speech, and insulting others may bring disaster upon oneself when they can no longer control their emotions and actions. There's wisdom in the old proverb, calamities come out of the mouth, disease enters from the mouth. Or another saying, abusive words will bring disaster to yourself. Or another proverb expressed more clearly, mistreating servants and descendants leads to decadence, beating and cursing others often leads to catastrophe. Thus, calamities emerge from the mouth. The more they accumulate, the more they harm morality. Blessings will gradually vanish, karmic retribution will occur, leading to illness, and life will become tumultuous and filled with hardship. Conversely, preserving virtue in speech, refraining from bitter and malicious words towards others, will preserve blessings and maintain health. Speaking beautiful and kind words, with a heart full of goodness, will create great blessings. Speaking beautiful and kind words, by using complex sentences that reveal a part, while leaving three parts unsaid, for others to infer, will cultivate verbal virtue for oneself, just as criticizing others, not criticizing excessively, fosters one's own tolerance. There is a verse in the Bible, Proverbs 15 verse 1 that says, "A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger." Or there's another saying that's even better, kind words cost nothing but are worth much. Individuals who frequently use profane speech, insults, or defame others as a habit are often considered bullies, thugs, or hooligans. Individuals like that have not been taught the basic manners in life, and they will not apologize or feel any remorse for their bad behavior. When talking to someone, they will speak in a harsh, vulgar tone, and even insult the other party indifferently. The advice is to avoid associating with them, and if you do encounter them, it's better to remain silent, think, and find ways to avoid them. If you find yourself in a situation where you are threatened or intimidated, you should quickly think of a way to seek help from others or, ideally, ask someone in authority to resolve the conflicts, such as the police. If it's called malicious speech, there is no excuse for it. We must change to become better, more virtuous. Malicious speech is found in every nook and cranny, truly very frightening. Even I myself have been infected. When I lose at games, I swear, use vulgar speech, smash the keyboard, throw the mouse at the screen, and as a result, I have to buy a new screen and a new mouse. I have realized my mistake but have not been able to correct it, as if the angry emotions and the words blurted out are faster than my brain's reaction. Suddenly thinking of Sangaku, I was also considered to have successfully practiced the ultra instinct skill, but it was very strange. I named this skill Ultra Instinct Swearing. The quote from the writer Ambrose Bierce says, "Speak when you are angry, and you will make the best speech you will ever regret." It's really too late to regret. In short, avoiding and eliminating swearing will be very good for all of us. Saying beautiful words with a heart full of kindness not only creates blessings but also enriches our lives and relationships.